Hey, thanks for tuning in. It's John over at UFOs Worldwide. I've got a bunch of videos here submitted over the last week that I wanted to cover off and talk about here. These are Mufon cases, and at the end of the video, I also have some information on some stuff that I came across that you'd probably be interested to know, especially if you're really into the topic of UFOs like I am. So the first capture that we have here is Mufon case number 113676. It took place October the 4th, 2020 at approximately 5:30 p.m. in St. Genevieve, Missouri. These folks went outside for a smoke and they noticed that this object was hanging out in the sky. They said it was hanging out for about 30 minutes and it wasn't a windy day. Is this a balloon, y'all? I don't think so. A balloon would still be moving quite a bit. There's 3 clips that they submitted here. Here are your 3 clips that we can see. The first clip happens to be my favorite because the object is looking a lot more crisp and clear. The next case we have is Mufon case number 113673. This took place on September the 25th, 2016, so quite a ways away, quite a time away. This was captured at 9 p.m. at night in Jamestown, New Mexico. I find it a very interesting video because there's a lot of lights going on there and you can kind of faintly make out the tree line there. I haven't even adjusted the exposure or the contrast or anything here. Quite an interesting scene. They don't actually state much about what's going on here in this video, but they do allude to a previous time when they observed a round metallic object with a flat funnel-shaped lower surface. They said that they had color lights on it that had been flashing and it was making no noise, and slowly it was traveling about 30 feet above rooftops of houses. They said that this object that they noticed was about 80 to 100 feet in width, which is a huge object, and it was slowly going over the rooftops and it disappeared out of sight from their sight when it got out of their position. The time frame they stated of this capture and this sighting that they mentioned was in Esther, and this is between 1977 and 1978. They stated in late August, so that's pretty neat that they shared another UFO experience that they had. Very cool stuff. This next case is Mufon case number 113666. It takes place on February the 12th, 2021, approximately 6:17 p.m. in Utterson, Ontario, Canada. They stated that this unknown object was hovering above clouds ever since November the 14th, 2020. That they saw a large mothership in December that looked like a yo-yo with a black little middle part. They said it was illuminated with black lines through it as well. They said they noticed a beam emanating from the front like cars' head beams. That almost sounds like a plane to me that someone's describing in a foggy day. But they said that there was no sound and no emissions from this object. And they hover at the cloud height, so probably maybe around 10,000 to 30,000 feet. That's interesting stuff. They said that this video doesn't do their capture justice, but I do thank you very much for submitting it through the system there. We have the next capture, which is Mufon capture Mufon case number 113658. This took place in Springfield, Illinois, in the U.S. and the date is July the 1st, 2020, approximately 5:05 p.m. They said they were watching the skies, and this person actually describes about a time where they lost time with their mother, and they've always had this feeling of being watched. Have you ever had the feeling of being watched? I know I certainly have. I wonder sometimes whether they're aliens or whether they're shadow beings, something that's from another dimension. I certainly can pick it up energetically, and that's when you get those heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies? Man, what an electric feeling, when it goes all the way from the bottom of your spine to the top and it gives you a little shiver. There's so much strange stuff out in the world that's unexplainable. They submitted this capture and they wanted us to be the judge, so here, everybody, you can be Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown. You can be whoever you want. Judge Joe, Jerry Springer if you really want to. The next case we have here is Mufon case number 113648. It took place in Millersview, Texas. The date is December the 10th, 2020, approximately 6:33. They stated that they were at their dad's ranch and saw some questionable lights. One glowing almost like an amber color, then two, and then three, then back to one. Towards the end of the video, they stated that they thought that they saw a triangle, and the one video is unedited and the best that they could actually provide us. So that's what we're seeing right here. It's quite neat of a capture, don't you think? The next case I have here for you is Mufon case number 113640. This took place on November the 29th, 2018, approximately 2 p.m. The location was near Mount Fuji in Japan. This person states that they were riding a bullet train in Japan and was taking pictures off of their phone when they noticed something that seemed to be darting around the sky. They captured an object on one of those photos, and this is what it looks like. What a strange looking photo, you guys. This next case is Mufon case number 113633, and this was captured in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. The date of this capture was captured on February the 9th, 2021, approximately 2 in the morning. They said that they looked up in the sky and they saw a glowing white shape. They said it stayed in the sky for a couple of hours and then disappeared. The shapes are apparent when they enlarged the video or the photos and zoomed in on the photos, and we can see the photos here. It's such a strange object. I don't necessarily know what this is. This next capture is Mufon case number 113681, and this was filmed in Laguna Niguel, California. The date of this capture was February the 7th, 2021 at approximately 8:47 p.m. The eyewitness states that they seen 6 or 7 lights that were constant and not blinking. They appeared to originate over the water near Dana Point. This person was too far away, but the lights were very unusual. They state that there are military bases and testing areas in the area, but this still appeared to be quite awkward, and they're not sure what type of training exercise this would be. I'm so happy that everyone bothered to capture these objects. They're fascinating captures, and I'm glad that I'm also able to share them. Have you guys come across this recent post posted by the Daily Mail and now being picked up by other news agencies, talking about the Pentagon admitting that they've been testing wreckage from UFO crashes? Can you believe that they slipped this one in over the weekend, you guys? I think it actually broke on Friday, if I'm not too mistaken. This guy, this researcher, Anthony, thank you so much for putting out these Freedom of Information Acts and harassing the government. I really appreciate you, man. That's how the real disclosure happens. Same with John Greenwald of the Black Vault. I don't often like to talk about these UFO guys because I don't know too much about them, but I do see some things in the news talking about what they're doing, and I find it absolutely fascinating, and I applaud these two gentlemen for bringing their disclosures to light. I'm pretty sure the government released all their documents based on the fact that they're sick of having to answer John Greenwald requests, to be honest with you. Thanks, John, for all your work. I really appreciate you, and I like that we have the same name in common. I have the links in the in the description here for you, so that you can go read these posts yourself. I'm absolutely blown away by the detail in the post on Anthony's website. You have Anthony's website also listed down in the description of the video here, but the website is ufoexplorations.com. Highly recommend you go there. You can actually grab the PDF files there, but I also have the links directly to the PDF files where you can read more information about their discovery. Here's the thing, you guys, they've been telling us for a long time that Roswell was faked. Roswell was a weather balloon. Roswell was not a UFO. And you're now finding out, you know, through that Freedom of Information Act post, that they actually are in possession of material, and they have been analyzing it, testing it, and probably back engineering it since the 40s when they discovered this stuff. That is crazy to me, you guys, that this all of a sudden has come out in this way. I'm absolutely blown away and gobsmacked. Like, that is a smoking gun right there for anyone studying this. Anyone at all that's ever been saying that UFOs are real and have been mocked by the government, made fun of, totally discredited, and made to look like a fool, when all actuality they've had and been in possession of materials and analyzing and finding out that they are otherworldly. So how crazy is that, you guys, that that's just come out there, and we don't really even hear or see much happening in the news about it right now. I'm sure that this is something that will pick up speed and be in the news for a lot of people, but you know, it goes to show you, it makes you question about what else are they lying about. What have they been hiding from us? They've been hiding this information. In fact, they don't give us all the full information. They never will. But what they have given us is the truth of the matter, which is like something that people have literally been saying their whole lives, is that a UFO did crash in Roswell. And now we know that's true, and now we know that they have material, and they've been analyzing it and back engineering it since the 40s, you guys. What technology do we have available to us? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm like literally gobsmacked that not more people are talking about this. Is this because it's not real? I don't know, you guys. I don't have the answers for you, but I do choose to believe that all of this information is real and available to you. It's on the internet there, and I hope it's not proven to be fake, to be honest with you. I've thought and said this for many years, that aliens did crash in Roswell, and we've been in contact with them for so long. How crazy is this, you guys? I'm blown away. Anyway, thanks for watching. You are watching UFOs Worldwide. You're listening to John. Thanks everyone who's followed and subscribed recently and left me comments. I do appreciate it. I try to answer all the comments as best as I can, and hopefully you come at me with nice feelings. I don't mind you disagreeing with me or being subjective with me when it comes to commenting on the post, but if you're a nasty person and you just want to spew your negativity, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of the world, I'm not that kind of person to do that with. I'm a chill person. I'm a loving person. I accept people for their differences, no matter where they're born, what religion they're brought up, what color you're born. It doesn't matter to me. We don't have any control over those things. So when you come at me in a really negative way, more than likely I'm just going to block you, and we'll never have a narrative together. And that's not what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this so that we can all have a narrative together to talk about the UFOs and to share our experiences. And yeah, that's what I'm doing here. So hopefully you're down with this kind of stuff. Hopefully you're into this kind of stuff. And if you are, you should probably subscribe and follow and watch my videos, y'all. Anyway, I hope you have a good one. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day. I know I sure did. And this is me signing off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, y'all. Later.